Well, John, tell us how you're feeling after that late performance to get an equaliser like that.
I'm feeling disappointed, if I'm going to be honest. I thought we were really good today, in the first half especially. I thought we dominated the team, dominated an excellent team with the ball at times, but also without the ball and limited them next to nothing. The chances they did have were from our own problems when we were loose on the ball. So those were warning signs. I thought we scored a terrific goal on the transition, which is what we spoke about earlier in the week. So to come into half time, you know, the lads are very confident, and then we just started the second half a bit flat. I think you could see there's a lot of tired legs in the team there. You know, 3 or 4 players who haven't had a full pre-season. You know, the subs coming on, not used to this intensity in the league as well. So, you know, to finish the week off how we have and get a really late equaliser with such quality goal it was, you know, is really pleasing.
Did you feel that 1-0 up to the equaliser, as you were saying there, it was down to, unfortunately, your own mistakes that allowed the equaliser? At that point, you looked really comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm asking the team to play football, good attacking football. I thought we did that at times in the first half. You know, we want to be a team that's comfortable in possession. You know, so we're going to make mistakes, and it's how you react from that. And you know, to go 2-1 down kind of so quickly was a real kick in the teeth. But again, you know, I thought the players that came on were excellent, and they showed that real togetherness and that character to score a terrific goal.
The goals that you've scored today, I mean, from a coach's perspective, John, just talk to me about the running off the ball Ryan Hedges has done to create that moment.
Yeah, listen, we want to play exciting attacking football, and I think we did that at times today. I think we did that last week against Derby at times, and also against Stockport. So it's a work in motion. You know, there's lots of hard work ahead, but the lads are taking all the messages on board, which is really pleasing.
And Yuki is very quickly becoming a cult hero with all the Rovers fans. In terms of centre-forward play, to get across an experienced centre-half the way he has, and it's so close to the corner, that header, isn't it? It's a terrific goal.
It is, and he's got electric movement. You know, he's probably not the quickest of players over long distance, but certainly over 10 yards, he's very, very quick. He's got excellent movement, and the goals he's scored have all been different, which is really pleasing as well. And today's finish was outstanding at a fantastic football club like Norwich.
I guess you're hoping that new players start really well, and they might not. Just how pleased have you been with your forwards that are new to the English game and the way they took to it?
I thought Maktar, you know, for the first half especially, was very, very good. I think half time came, and you know, I thought he looked very leggy second half, you know, and stopped his forward movements and stopped looking after the ball as much as he could. But it's normal, it's natural, you know, that's his third game. He's had no games in pre-season, you know, to come to an environment like this and perform like he did in the first half is really encouraging, you know, so we always knew we'd have to make changes. And Yuki coming on, you know, again, he's a different type of striker to him, but he gives us that movement behind, you know, and he's very clinical.
A lot of clubs will be delighted with a point away at Norwich. Is there a sense that you are happy because you've scored late, but also you're frustrated that you're not left with 3?
Yeah, as I said at the start, you know, I'm disappointed not to win the game. I'm not, but I am. But you know, I'm absolutely delighted with the character that the group showed. You know, since I came in, you know, we've never known when we're really beaten, apart from one game away from home last season where we did get a hammering. But apart from that, you know, we've shown great character. The group's a very strong group, and we're improving all the time. You know, and now it's important that we keep bringing the right players in to make sure that we do improve and that we're very competitive in this league.
It's the first time we've spoken to you since Sammy has moved on to Ipswich Town, John. In your heart of hearts, did you expect the move was always going to happen at some point and the clubs would, in the end, agree?
No, I expected him to stay. I wanted him to stay. You know, he's a fantastic lad. You know, he's going into the Premier League, of course, but, you know, I wanted him to stay, and, you know, the rapport he's got with the group and with the staff and the fans is amazing. And, you know, I was intrigued to see how the group would cope with losing him yesterday and coming to Norwich City away from home, a tough environment. And, you know, I was really pleased with the response the boys showed. You know, there's players there who want to step up and be the main man, you know, which is really pleasing. So, you know, Sammy's gone now. He's a top player, best player in the Championship, in my opinion. We've lost him, but now it gives somebody else an opportunity now to step up and take the limelight.
You don't need anybody to tell you that you're low on bodies right now, John. Just how big are the next 2 weeks for the whole season for this football club going forward?
Yeah, they're huge. You know, it's really important. I keep stressing that we bring the right characters in who make us better. You know, not just bodies who just to fill the squad. It's important that if we want to be competitive, then we have to bring in the right players and spend the right money to make sure there's real good competition for places. And when we bring the players in, I want the dressing room to think, blooming hell, it's a great signing. You know, they're going to make us better and we're going to be competitive. You know, and up to now, the boys who have come in have done well. But it's really important now we still bring 3 or 4 top players in to make us a real good team.
Have you been given any assurances by the powers that be that some of the money from Sammy's deal will be able to be put back into the pot, so to speak?
No, not really. You know, obviously it happened yesterday. There was a lot going on. You know, I was more focused on preparing the team. You know, that was the most important thing, but you know, I certainly hope we have got a lot of money to spend and make sure that we're a competitive team and bring real top players in to make sure that this dressing room are buzzing about it.
So ideally you're hoping for 4, would that be?
Yeah, definitely. You can see we're very light in certain areas. You know, even you know, that full-back area, you know, we got young Leo on the bench today, you know, big environment, you know, he's close to coming on, of course, but, you know, something happens to the full-backs, something happens to the midfield players, you know, we are very light in them areas. Thank you.
You look very fluent in attacking, particularly in that first half. Do you feel you're starting to find a bit of a balance, perhaps, between being hard to beat, which obviously got you safety last season, and how you've started this season, where you look really good going forward?
Yeah, of course, and it's just getting the right balance. You know, if you want to play an attacking style of football, you have to realise when you make mistakes at times, you know, you will be punished. I get that. I thought we played some really good stuff last season, even without being clinical in the final third. So, you know, I want Blackburn Rovers to be really difficult to play against, but also exciting on the eye. And, you know, it's going to take time, it's going to take patience, but, you know, we're heading in the right direction at the moment.
What do you put that shift to, sort of, at the start of the second half? Because the team did start to drop back a little bit and Norwich took the ascendancy. Does that come down to fitness or...? Yeah,
I think so. I think you look at Ryan Hedges, again, you know, to the shift he put in that first half, his numbers were at, you know, off the scale. So, you know, as we had to watch him, possibly I should have brought him off at half-time, but I wanted to give him another 15 minutes. He couldn't really get started. Maktar couldn't really get started even that second half. So, you know, these players are on catch-up in pre-season, through pre-season, sorry, and, you know, they're all sweating buckets for the club, and, you know, when I asked them to play, they won't let you down, and that's all we asked for, you know, and then it's about the squad. So the players that come off the bench then certainly made a difference today, like they have in the previous 2 games, and, you know, it's good signs.
How pleased were you with the team spirit and resilience to get back in, particularly, for example, Callum, who obviously gave the ball away for the equaliser, but then puts a brilliant cross in for Yuki to get the level? Yeah,
listen, Callum's very consistent. You know, he was absolutely gutted that he made the mistake, the error, but what a fantastic ball in, you know, to put things right. So, you know, it's not about any blame or anything like that. We're together. Everything we do, win, lose or draw, we stick together. No one puts any blame on anyone, and you know, some real positive performance again today.
How do you replace a player like Sammy, or is it even possible you better almost spreading the funds or the idea around the squad to try and strengthen the overall core?
It's just about, you know, you can see we're 4 or 5 players short in areas. It's important that we have a real competitive bench, you know, and it's about using the money wisely. And, you know, that's down to the recruitment team and obviously the board to see how much money we get from the deal, and all I want to do is make sure that the right players are coming in, and we'll only bring the right players in.
Are you any closer to anything?
No, not at the moment.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.
John, just quickly, how did the club land on Yuki? I mean, 'cause it's not an obvious signing for J-League. How did the scouting network, how did the framework within the club land on such a duel? Yeah, well, we have to remember that it was only 3 weeks ago when we brought 5 players in, so we recruited very late, you know, so we have to get that right. And Yuki was through Adam Owens and John Parks and Rudy Gusted, you know, all 3 of them as the same as Maktar as well, so them 2 players came through them. You know, I don't think you need scouting to recruit Andy Vyman and Danny Bath and Carl McFadden. You know what you're going to get from them boys, which was very, very important that we brought them characters in. You know, I still want to bring a couple of characters like them into the group as well. And hopefully then we can recruit some more exciting talent like we have. Did you know what you were getting, or has it been a pleasant surprise for you?
It's been a brilliant surprise for me, yeah.
Good stuff.
Okay, thank you.
All the best.
Cheers, John.